Welcome back, everyone. I am Theodore Prestillo, and this is Limbus Company. I guess happy holidays, happy December, Wayne. This will be, by the time you see this video, it'll be after Christmas, I believe. So this video is going to be pretty short and pretty simple. There's an extraction. It only has a 2-star for Otis, and then there's a 3-star for Sinclair, and this is for the Sync Association, South Section 4. So the same one that Don Quixote is in. Alright, so with that being all said and done, let's go ahead and dive into this. Yep, this will work. So I'm hoping we can get this pretty quickly.
자, 결투를 받아들여라. 혹은 추하게 도망치거나.
Alright. 1 out of 4. Alright, that made that easy. Let's go through the centers now. You may notice I swapped some of the characters I don't use to other identities, and that's mainly just because it actually gets me more points in the mirror dungeons. You don't have to use them, you just have to have them swapped to a certain one. So it gives you more starting money, I think it is, and it gives you additional star dust or whatever it's called that you use for the talent tree. Anyway, let's go ahead and go over this. So Sync Association 4. Sorry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and level up first. Oh wow, I have a... All my other guys level 40? Okay, yeah, the important ones are at least. Alright, I'm just going to pop this. I don't know if 2 stars and 3 stars have different XP gains or not. I know that's kind of a thing in like Arc Knights and stuff like that. I don't think it was in Langrisser, so I'm not entirely certain. So I want to go ahead and save this. Just in case, I'll go ahead and just save this ticket for a triple O. Alright, so with all that said and done, let's go over up ties.
예, 인정해 주신다면 영광일 따릅니다. 계속해서 실망스럽지 않은 모습을 보여드리겠습니다.
Alright. I see. So you already conducted an interview with the members of Section 5. Yeah, their director was, well, she certainly was a character. South Section 5 director Don Quixote, was it? I have heard many tales about her, yes. As the child slowly strolled through an alleyway, a woman with a small notepad followed closely behind her. She also brought me on a 30-minute long stroll through the alleyways, actually, like we're doing now. Oh, my apologies. Perhaps this interview would have been better conducted at a proper reception room. No, I got pretty much everything I wanted to know about the Sync Association from you. The interview smiled, flipping through her notepad. Unlike in her previous interview, her notepad was filled to the brim with information. I thank you for your understanding. I am certain that you have already been informed, but this is a part of the work process. Please do understand. Yes, of course. In the corner margins of her notepad, the interviewer scribbled the following. Interviewee is somewhat unfriendly. Of course, the child didn't see that. Well, if I were to speak my mind, I don't believe that neither directors of Sections 4 and 5 are individuals fit for their respective positions. Wouldn't you agree? Such flippant behavior ill befits the position of a leader. The child sighed, then looked at the interviewer. It was as though she was expecting an answer. So Don Quixote is one of the heads for one of the teams. I don't remember which one. And then I can't remember the other character. The shy boy with the yellow hair is the other one. So unfortunately, Otis got she's a lower rank in this. I wouldn't know a thing about that. Is that so? Well, whatever it may be, I have no complaints about their martial prowess. When the director of our Section 4 wields his blade, for example, it inspires a certain chilling awe in people. Oh, yeah. I've heard the stories. He moves as though in a trance, guided by the blade itself right into the opponent's weakness. That is no exaggeration indeed. The stories are true. His technique is, well, it's not exactly replicated technique. Or not, it's not an easily replicated technique. If it could be replicated, that is. The interviewer nodded along, jotting things down on her notepad as the child lectured. However, I, Otis, can confidently say that my very own skills do not fall behind the director's. Once this is over, I plan to return to the training hall for a spar, unless you have prior engagements. Would you like to watch me duel? Oh, of course! Wouldn't miss it for the world. The child laughed gently and fixed her hat. She liked that answer. Very well. Then let us hurry. The child began walking a little faster, as though the thought raised her spirits. She seems very proud of her own skills. Maybe too proud. Of course, the child didn't see the interview write that down either. Not that the child needed to see it, that is, and the interviewer would soon see why. Right. She said the most important thing in the duel is to properly manage the distance between oneself and the opponent. The interviewer whispered to herself, observing the child. When the opponent finally had the chance to press the offensive, the child was already out of their reach. And when the opponent's defense cracked, even for a split second, the child quickly bridged the gap to exploit the opening. Then she rapidly retreated to the exact position as before. The child's distancing was precise, exact. It was almost as though she was measuring every step with a ruler. She's doing all that with a hat on, too. The interviewer gulped and looked down at her notepad, and she quickly crossed out her earlier comment about the child's pride. She had to, of course. It was no mere boast. She was certainly skilled enough to back up her own claims. And there you go. Sinclair, that's the other person's name. So yeah, Sinclair, I believe, is her superior in this particular, I guess, organization, South Section 4. Yep, so there you go. Oh yeah, we should actually read up on her stuff now that we can actually look at it. There we go. Sorry, I'm not used to this layout still. Alright, so, skills. Alright, so I've got the navy blue thing that does 2 hits. Gain haste on use. The slot gains 1 aggro. In focus encounters, slots with higher aggro values are more likely to be targeted by enemies. I don't know how... I'm not sure how good that is. Let's take a look at her defense. She does have a plus 10 on her evasion, which is not bad. If this unit's speed is higher than the target, it also gets additional coin power. 4 to 7 speed's not bad. And if she successfully evades, she does get poise up to a max of 5. So the thing is like I've had situations where a boss with multiple parts or whatever, or an abnormality fight will all focus on one character, and if you don't outspeed them, that character's going to get hit by something because you won't be able to intercept everything. So I don't know. I mean, I guess if you plan ahead and if you take advantage of things like evasion. I mean, my issue with defensive abilities in this game is just if you're in a situation where you cannot win the clash with your normal abilities, you're most likely not going to win with your defensive abilities either. So in most cases, if I see a defensive ability, I actually rather it just be playing defense, because defense at least gives you soak to actually take the hit. Counter literally just hurts you, and you can do a little damage in return. And evasion is great when it works, but if it fails, you're just going to be taking max damage anyway. At least that's my opinion. Punition, 2 hits. This is Gloom, or not Gloom. Is it Gloom? I don't remember I never remember the Sin names. Anyway, if this unit's speed is higher than the target's, gets coin power. Go figure. This generates even more aggro. Has some bind and poise. Also, I didn't check this. Poise counter from the hits. poise, bind, poise. So the bind does play well with this because you of course will outspeed something that after you bind them. And then this is just a one-hit ability. Usually a lot of the skill 3s tend to be like big multi-hits, but this one's just a single target. Poise, final power 2. Oh, sorry, F7 plus poise, it gets additional final power. On clash 1, you'll deal more damage based off the amount of clashes you've done. So it will gain more power against something, clashing at something that has multiple coins. Of course, the trade-off is if she fails, she gets hers. It does have a plus 14 on the coin flip, but without it, she only has an 8. In any case, declare dual Otis. So yeah, this is just like with Don Quixote's ability. Get haste. Gets haste on the 2 allies with the slowest speed, which is actually useful. And then extra damage on crit. So not too shabby. And we already kind of went over the defense there. And yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm still hoping for the day when I have, all my characters actually have the same organizations, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially not anytime soon. Besides that's kind of going to be it for this video, because it's just going to be a summon video. But before I go, I do want to point out that we do have some EGOs on the way. Got one for, God, I can't remember names for the life of me. Freaking Ryoshu. We got one for Ryoshu, and then we have one for Ishmael, I believe, coming up. The one for Ryoshu is a Teth rank, and just has a lot of poise. I also have some charge bonus, which unfortunately, since I don't really play around with charge that much, it's probably not super useful for me. But in the future, all the way at the end here, we get a few things. One, we get the Ishmael announcer, but also, since I have the pass, Blind Obsession for Ishmael, and it's a WoW rank. This will be our first WoW EGO once we actually get it unlocked. I definitely look forward to seeing how this plays out. It's definitely very expensive. It uses a lot of this Sin here, the navy blue one, which I don't actually generate a lot of, unfortunately. The rest of the elements, the Wrath, the Gloom, the Gloom and the, I don't even remember, Envy, I think it is, I don't remember. Those I generate plenty of, but that other one, but still, I don't know. Like I said, I'm very curious to see how well a WoW rank EGO plays compared to the previous ones. Until now, the highest rank we've gotten is Hay rank. But yeah, enough rambling for me. Like I said, just a quick summon video after the holidays, and hopefully you guys are staying warm and all that good stuff. So I'm the Prestigor, this was Limbus Company. I'll see you guys later.